All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to elders and apostles of chiefly Great Millstone. And all everybody else just pushing the word, watching this truth, studying the scriptures, waiting for the return of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So a quick hit. What to do if you don't know what video to make. It's a really, really simple thing, right? Just to make sure you don't go off, because one of the temptations is, and I've been guilty of it in the past, is you're looking through the scriptures, you're looking for a new angle, a new interpretation, something that the apostles and the elders haven't seen, that you can bring out, and sometimes it does happen. Like, what was the one that was recently come out? Something to do with someone had recently discovered. It escapes me right now. Oh yeah, that the fourth part of the world was America. Someone has recently discovered that, the four corners of the earth and the fourth part of the world is, in ancient times people had seen that the fourth part of the world was America. Yeah, so that was a good discovery, no doubt. But there's a tendency and there's a danger to go off because you're trying to look for some new meat that hasn't been discovered, and then you start trying to look into Gnostic texts, and you start looking into books like the Book of Enoch and trying to see something that isn't there. Before long you're in the sort of lizard man territory, and Elohim, sons of man and men and angels having sex and all this sort of madness. So my solution is find an elder, whoever you gel with, especially if you're not a member of GMS, or you're not a member of one of the good camps, I could say, but GMS specifically. If you're gonna look to follow anybody, I suggest you follow GMS. Find someone whose videos, whose style, who particularly you like and you engage with, and follow all their videos. Subscribe to them. Try and make sure you at least get a chance to listen to each of their videos that they come out with. And when it comes to your videos, if the spirit don't hit you too, usually what happens with me is I'll be somewhere and I'll be thinking to myself, usually it's like me, I'm thinking, oh damn, the state of the world, right? The world's in the state, I'm thinking I'm following prophecy, I'm trying to figure out where we are in terms of the scriptures and stuff. But and usually from that, like something comes up in my head and I think, okay, I want to do a talk on that. But if nothing comes up with you, first of all, before I go into that, if something comes up, do it soon, right? Because the spirit is like inspiration and it doesn't stay with you for long. So if you get the idea to do something, go home, maybe you got to do a few things, one or two things. Maybe you got to, I don't know, maybe you got to do some, send a couple of emails or whatever it is, something. But really don't put it off too long. Like maximum, from inspiration to doing the video should be, at least maximum a couple of hours. You really want to strike while the iron's hot. The spirit hits you, work with it. But the spirit don't hit you, which often happens as well. And you can tell because your video, for me, I can tell because my videos come out a little bit dry. But you still got to put the work in, right? You can't be there sitting there waiting for the spirit to hit you because, as they say, heaven helps those who help themselves. So you got to put the work in, right? And if the spirit ain't hit you, find someone from GMS, preferably an elder, at least, just to make sure that you won't go off by following, because everybody has, what's the word, makes mistakes. Makes mistakes in the interpretation, but the elders and the apostles specifically tend to be solid. Find an elder, follow them, and if you can't find, you ain't got inspired, do the same video that they did. Now, I'm not saying do the video word for word. What I'm saying is they might be hitting a topic like Revelation chapter 13 or Charagma, or Revelation chapter 6, whatever, Isaiah chapter 13 or Isaiah chapter 14, Jeremiah 50, 48, 49. all them chapters, they might be hitting a prophecy chapter, or they might be into Matthew 24 or something like that, or John 3:16 even that. But like, just do the same lesson. Try and, try and watch them, understand the points, and do the same lesson. Try not to deviate in terms of bringing out your own interpretation. It's okay to bring out further precepts that add to the points they were making in the video, but I wouldn't necessarily go too far in terms of bringing out your own interpretations. Just do the same thing, and what that will do is that will help you put in the work, because one of the things is that the Spirit works in funny ways, right? What the way you bring it out might just gel with someone else. Like maybe you're a younger person, the elder that you're following is older, and the way you bring it out, the way you say it, might fire up other people's spirit in a way that elder couldn't. Or the people that you reach, or the circles that it goes viral through your channels, might reach to other people that the elder wouldn't. So it doesn't matter. Repetition is good. It doesn't matter if you repeat the points that they make, And as you do that, what will also happen is it will help you remember the scriptures. It will help solidify the scriptures in your own mind and in your own heart, and it is a good point of revision for really bedding in the points that have been made. There's nothing wrong with repeating. So, yeah, with that, I'd like to say Shalom, and that's my vibe on the scriptures. Also, my own thing is, the Spirit ain't gonna land anywhere that's unclean right now. Like say for example having sex. We all know that, if you have sex and that, you are unclean unto Eve. And so, one of the best ways to make sure that, to invite the Spirit to land on you is, is to make sure that you're clean, and, maybe that you fasted and prayed in the morning as well. Before you hit the scriptures up, maybe, do a little bit of something, try a little bit of fasting, a little bit of prayer, try and walk upright, try to keep yourself clean. I always try not to eat before I've done my videos, just because it keeps my mind focused, man. Like a fat stomach and a fat belly full of food don't really go with that kind of spiritual direction for me. So, those are a few tips anyway. With that, I'd like to say shalom.